So they've finally done it. They've finally acknowledged that Final Fantasy Tactics exists. The reveal of Final Fantasy Tactics Remaster has finally happened. A lot of people have been waiting for something Final Fantasy Tactics related for a really long time, and they're giving it to us, but maybe not as much as a lot of people would have liked. Let's focus on what the exact differences are between the new release of Final Fantasy Tactics versus what has already been released before. The new remaster, The Evilist Chronicles, has completely new UI, updating the game to make it much more user-friendly for fans of the game and newcomers. One of the more obvious changes is changing from the old system of choosing classes to this new one, which shows them all in this tree, a welcome change, and it looks very nice. There will also be updated visuals, but not too updated. This is where I was personally hoping for a little more from Square Enix, as it looks like they haven't really changed too much. It's been extended to make it look better on newer HD displays, widescreen, and that sort of thing. There are effects that are updated to look better, and really that's about it. They've kind of like put a filter on the pixel art and that sort of thing, but it's kind of a bit underwhelming in terms of the visuals. It's fine for what it is, it looks good, but they could have done more, especially considering they have a classic mode that lets you play the game as it was before. They could have went all out and really given it updated visuals, maybe a different style, or the same style in, 3D, or they could have done a lot of different things. I'm not sure why they did it this way. Maybe they didn't want to put in the extra effort because they don't have to be fair, as people will buy it to have it on modern consoles. They've also added full English and Japanese voice acting, which is another good addition. This includes Ben Starr, who voiced Clive in Final Fantasy XVI, who will be voicing Daisadarg. There is now a tactical view, which, if I remember correctly, is something that they added in Tactics Ogre. Basically, this just tilts the viewpoint, so it's easier to see where your characters are on the map. The remaster now includes the option to change battle speed, so you can speed things up, something I think is actually a pretty huge addition to any remake or remaster of turn-based games. And there are now new difficulty levels, so you can change it from story-focused, easy difficulty to a very hard mode for fans of a hardcore experience. And there's also the ability to swap between the classic version, but with the War of the Lions translation, that also includes the ability to autosave, and an enhanced mode. The enhanced mode should also have features from the PSP version of the game, which includes extra content, but that hasn't been completely 100% confirmed yet. That is fully animated movies, additional story battles, side quests and events, 2 new jobs, Onion Knight and Dark Knight, and many more tweaks from the PSP version, which I'll provide a link to in the description. That's really all there is to it. It isn't a huge remake of Final Fantasy Tactics, generally keeps things very similar, with some quality of life changes and updating it for modern systems. For many people, that's all they wanted. It's been a long time since it's been available on a modern system, releasing last on the PSP in 2007. Obviously, there's also the mobile port, but personally I don't really care to play this kind of game on mobile. It just doesn't feel like it fits, but that's my thing. Maybe for you it does. There's also going to be a collector's edition, which honestly looks pretty awesome, and a deluxe edition that features a bunch of DLC items. It'll release on PS5, PS4, Xbox Series X and S, and on Steam. It will be releasing on September 30th, 2025, so look forward to that. So for anyone that has never played Final Fantasy Tactics, this is considered one of the best tactics RPGs for a reason. I would suggest you get it on whatever you're able to and give it a try yourself. To learn about JRPGs, Western RPGs, and story-based games, subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.